Welcome to New Richmond High School as we get set for WIAA Division II Regional Semifinal as the Medford Raiders come into town to take on the New Richmond Tigers. I'm Steve Ockenick, sports editor for On Focus, here to take you through this one. About 4 minutes left here before the start of the game, and for those of you, we'll kind of preview each team here. Starting with the New Richmond Tigers, they are 19-3. 3 losses. They lost here to Eau Claire North, they lost here to Prescott, and they lost here to Hudson back on the 24th of February. They have not played yet in the playoffs. They had a first round bye, so this is their first game since the 27th of February when they won at Somerset 77-63. New Richmond is led by C.J. Campbell, 20.4 points per game, Joey Kidder, 18.5, and Jack Studeman, 9 points a game. Kidder also leads the team in rebounds per game at 11 and assists per game at 5.5. New Richmond tied Prescott for first place in the Middle Border Conference at 13-1. Now taking a look at the Medford Raiders, they are 19-4. Obviously, for those of you Medford fans out there know, 12-0 in the Great Northern Conference champions by 3 games. Their 4 losses on the year were to start out the year, they lost at home to Wisconsin Valley Conference champ DC Everest. They then lost on December 27th at the Crest Center in Green Bay to Seymour. Another loss to North Scott, Iowa down at the Just a Game Fieldhouse. And then they lost a couple weeks ago on the 20th at Chippewa Falls. So a Chippewa Falls squad that this New Richmond squad did beat earlier in the year. Medford is coming off of a 53-35 win over Rice Lake on Tuesday night. Dominating win there for the Raiders. And taking a look, the Raiders are led by Peyton Kuhn, averaging 17.9 points per game. Justin Sullivan adds 12.4, and Logan Bumgardner averaging 10.1 points off the bench as a freshman. Do not have rebound and assist numbers for them. Winner of this game, barring a major upset, will travel to La Crosse to take on La Crosse Central tomorrow night. If we keep an eye out at Sports on Focus, see if we might bring you that game. But that will come up tomorrow. We'll try and keep an eye on that one as best we can to keep you updated on scores there. But right now, I believe, that game is also live. So we'll try and keep you up to date on that game as well, as I'm checking right now here on that. But we are about a minute away here from the start of this one. A huge thank you to Sternweiss & Sons of Marshfield. They're now hiring drivers, Sternweiss & Sons. Contact them if you're looking for a new career. They do block work, they do cement, the whole work. Sternweiss & Sons of Marshfield. Taking a look here through these. Yes, so we'll keep you up to date on the La Crosse Central game. Menominee at Central. That is our game. That is the second game tonight that we'll be keeping an eye on for you. But thank you to everyone for tuning in. We're going to turn it over to the PA guy for national anthem starting lineups, and we will be back with all the game right after that.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Richmond High School for tonight's WIAA Division II Regional Semifinal game between the Raiders of Medford, the Great Northern Conference, and your New Richmond Tigers. The winner of tonight's game will advance to tomorrow's regional final game to be played against the winner of the Menominee La Crosse Central game, which is also being played tonight. That game will be played at the higher seed coaches, and spectators to support good sportsmanship by appreciating the efforts of all participants in tonight's contest. Folks, please be reminded that state law prohibits the use of tobacco products in all areas of our school grounds. Parents, please monitor the movement and activities of your children at tonight's event. Please remember that children are not allowed to play in the hallways. At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please remain standing. Gentlemen, remove your headgear. As the Richmond High School student, Alex Charco sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you sing by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad striped and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Once again, Richmond High School sophomore, Alex Charco. And now it's time. Let's meet the starting lineups first for the visiting Raiders of Medford. 5'11" in senior number 1, Anyi Ekwamar. 5'8" in senior number 2, Justin Sullivan. 6' junior number 3, Peyton Kuhn. 6'1" in senior number 5, Mason Rudolph. And 6'2" in senior number 20, Doug Way. The head coach of the Raiders is Ryan Brown. He's assisted by Bob Kumanek and Matt Renzo. Now here is the starting lineup for your New Richmond Tigers. 6' senior number 4, Jack Studeman. 6'5" in sophomore number 10, CJ Campbell. 6'3" in senior number 14, Tim Simmons. 6'1" in senior number 21, Jacob Parent. And 6'3" in senior number 23, Joey Keller. Head coach of the Tigers is Rick Montreal. He's assisted by Craig Kittle, Brian Anderson, and Tanner Howell. The officials for tonight's contest, as assigned by the WIAA, Nick Mead, Logan Kimberly, and Tim Whitaker. Sports medicine services for tonight's game provided by Westfield's Hospital and Clinic.
All right, we have our starting lineups. We are ready for basketball here. New Richmond High School, the New Richmond Tigers hosting the Medford Raiders. As we wait for the officials to get everything ready to go, they will come to the center circle, and we are underway, and New Richmond will get the first possession. Moving to our right, New Richmond. Going to try and catch up names here. Front of the jersey is hard to read. At the top, that is Parent. Parent gets it over to Tim Salmon. Salmon brings it all the way back up the top, gets it back over to Joey Kidder. Kidder cross court, looking to drive, has to hand it off to Jack Studeman. Studeman down low, Now has to kick it all the way back out and into the corner. Closed out. Now a little jumper from just outside the lane. No. Rebound fought for, and that's going to be a foul, and that's going to go against Medford. See who that foul is against. That one goes against Justin Sullivan, his first, team first. New Richmond looking to inbound. They have to get it all the way out to the top to Kidder. Kidder tries to get into the lane, has kick it to the corner, snaps off a three. No. Rebound taken down by Kidder. Kidder back up, yes. Joey Kidder gets the first points of the game. And New Richmond leads 2-0. Medford, this is Way. Doug Way gets it back up top to Rudolph, around to Peyton Kuhn. Peyton Kuhn holding at the top. Now gets it back across to Way. Way gets it to Aquama. Aquama back over. Peyton Kuhn snaps off a three. Yes. Peyton Kuhn for three. And New Richmond quickly to the front court. They try to get down low. Doug Way tips it out of bounds. Will stay here. That's a dangerous thing if you're New Richmond. If Peyton Kuhn can get hot from the three-point line, this team gets very scary very fast. As we see number 20, trying to read the number there, 21. That's Parent to inbound, gets the ball in to C.J. Campbell. Campbell now taken away. Taken away by Medford. Onyekwama quickly to the front court, gets it over to Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn brings it back to the top, and they set the offense. Kuhn looking, gets it over to Doug Way between the circles. Way holding, gets it here near side to Sullivan. Sullivan back up top, Rudolph. Rudolph snaps off a three. Yes. Mason Rudolph for three. 6-2 as New Richmond quickly to the front court. They get the ball, try to get the ball down low. Deep shot up, yes. Not sure, that looks like it was Campbell, number 10 with that one. We'll verify stats at halftime. But Aquama holding at the top, gets it to Way. Way into the corner, Sullivan. Sullivan closed out quickly, gets back up top, Peyton Kuhn. Thought about a three, now gets into the lane. Cut off, has to kick it out to Aquama. Aquama back across Rudolph, gets it over to Peyton Kuhn. Peyton Kuhn back up top, Doug Way. Way over to Sullivan as Medford trying to get it. Now taken away. Taken away, that's Kidder. Kidder gets it to the front court, pushing quickly. Down the lane, no. Travel on, that'll go against Studeman as he bumped into Aquama and took an extra step there before he got that ball up. I don't think both coaches agreed with that call, but as now Medford, Sullivan. Sullivan pressured, immediately gets it off to Doug Way. Way back up between the circles, has to pick it up, pressure comes immediately, gets it over to Rudolph. Rudolph to a cutting Sullivan, gets too deep, now brings it back around, loses it, now we're going to get a foul, and that's going to stay here. Foul is going to go against New Richmond. We'll see who that's called on. I believe that's going to be against Jack Studeman, his first, team first. So Medford will inbound from underneath. The moment Medford's picking up their dribble, there is heavy pressure coming. They're going to have to be quick with their passes and maintain the dribble. So they look to get it in and have to get it all the way into the corner. Doug Way. Way gets the dribble, brings it back out to the top. Over to Rudolph between the circles, gets it to Sullivan far side. Sullivan looking, now dribbles it back out, gets it over to Rudolph. Rudolph near side Aquama. Aquama back up top Sullivan. Sullivan thought about the three, gets cut off. And now has to get it back out to Peyton Kuhn, who gets it to, now pass tip, comes back down Kuhn for three, yes. Peyton Kuhn, another three, 9-0 run. There we go, get that right now. A 3 for New Richmond, didn't see who that one was, as we go back and forth here very, very quickly. Aquama to the front court. Aquama over to Peyton Kuhn. Peyton Kuhn looking. Gets it back to Doug Way. Way holding at the top. Gets it near side to Sullivan. Sullivan gets it back over to Kuhn, over to Mason Rudolph. Rudolph. Pressure comes now down the lane. Sullivan up, yes. Justin Sullivan gets his first points of the game and gets the lead back out to 4. Now New Richmond throws the ball away. Turnover to the Medford Raiders. as Akwama will bring it right through the big tiger in the middle of the floor here. Beautiful gym. Hard, you can't see all of it from camera, but a big gym. Looks relatively new, as now Kuhn gets down the lane, has it tipped away. Now spins, shot up, foul, and that will send Peyton Kuhn to the line for 2. Peyton Kuhn already has 6 points. We'll see who the foul is against. 21, Jacob Parent, his first, team second. Peyton Kuhn to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw, back rim, no. As the New Richmond student section starts barking. Second free throw. Peyton Kuhn. A front rim, no. Rebound comes down to New Richmond. New Richmond pushing quickly. Now taken away by Medford. Medford to the front court. Mason Rudolph down the lane, gets it to Doug Way underneath. Doug Way stripped. And possession goes back to New Richmond. Coming at the half-court line as we see Logan Bumgardner come to the scorer's table. And New Richmond will set the half-court. Near side, that is Salmon. Salmon gets it across, now down the lane, shot up, yes. That is Studeman for 2. Cuts the lead back down to 2. To the front court come the Raiders. Sullivan dribbles it back between the circles. Near side, Rudolph. We see a few more Raiders come to the bench, or come to the scorer's table. Back to Akwama. Back up top, now around to Doug Way. It's it back now, offensive foul. That one's going to go against Akwama, his first, team second. And we will see Brady Huff, Ty Baker, and Logan Bumgardner check in. Akwama, Way, and Rudolph will check out. Standard rotation for Coach Brown. And checking in, number 1, Owen Covey. And one other player, didn't quite catch who else checked in there. Still learning some of the names here. First time ever seeing New Richmond for me. As New Richmond brings it to the front court. New Richmond. This is Studeman. Studeman gets it up top and now snaps out the long 3. No. Rebound fought for. Comes down to Justin Sullivan. Sullivan gets it quickly to the front court. This is Bumgardner. Bumgardner underneath, has to kick it all the way up. Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn ball fake a 3, gets it down the baseline. Kicks it around Brady Huff. Huff kicks it back into the corner. Logan Bumgardner for 3. No. Rebound comes down. Almost taken away Baker, but it is held by Earl. Cooper Earl, the other Tiger, to check in. 3 the other way. No. Rebound fought for. Shot back up. No. Shot back up again. Yes. CJ Campbell. And we are tied at 11. Medford. Baker far side. Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn gets it back to Bumgardner. Bumgardner gets it to Sullivan near side. Sullivan back to Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn gets it far side to Bumgardner. Bumgardner down low. Brady Huff. Closed out quickly. Huff looking to go to work underneath. Shot up. No. Rebound comes down to Kidder. To the front court. Now Kidder has to kick it out. Into the corner. Studeman for 3. Misses everything. Rebound comes down to Earl. Earl tries to get it back, taken away Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn breaking quickly to the front court. Kuhn down the lane. Shot up. Foul won't go. But Peyton Kuhn will go to the line for 2 more free throws. That foul goes against 11, Cooper Earl, his first, team third. Peyton Kuhn, first free throw up, perfect. Medford gets the lead back, 12-11, 11:23 remaining. Quick first half here for this game. We're 9 minutes in, 9 minutes past the hour, and we're already pretty far along as Kuhn hits the second free throw. Medford back up by 2, and we are 7.5 minutes into this one. So good start to this game as we are high atop the gym here at New Richmond High School. Ball comes near side to Studeman. Studeman, cross court into the corner, snaps off a 3. Yes! CJ Campbell for 3. And New Richmond has their first lead since 2-0. Bumgardner gets it up top. Now tip, taken away. Quickly down the lane, layup up. Yes, that is C.J. Campbell again, and he has 9. 9 already for C.J. Campbell. Medford with Baker. Baker gets it to the top, looking. Pressure coming. Baker has it stripped, gets it back. Now is able to dribble. Tip, taken away as they try to get it Brady Huff. Ahead, Campbell, foul, count it. C.J. Campbell gets the basket and the foul. And just like that, 5-point lead, New Richmond. Chance at 6 is now we'll see number 2, Cooper Eckhart check in. Studement will get a rest. C.J. Cooper with 11, a chance for 12 with not even through the first half of the first half. Gets this free throw. That is a 10-0 run for the Tigers. As Aquama holds at the top. Aquama gets it near side, Bumgardner. Bumgardner looking, see if he can get down, gets it tipped away. Ball on the floor, Bumgardner gets it. And now we're going to get a timeout, Coach Brown, 30-second timeout. We will take it with them, 10:04 remaining. 19-13, New Richmond with the lead.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Welcome back here. We found out the basket we missed. It was of anyone, C.J. Campbell. So he actually has 15 of the Tigers' 19 points so far, and 15 in the first 7 minutes and 56 seconds of this game. So issue definitely for Coach Brown to work on is what to do about C.J. Campbell. So they get the ball into Bumgardner. Bumgardner back up top, Baker. Baker around to Aquama. Aquama near side. Gets it back up top, Baker. Baker across to Bumgardner. Bumgardner gets it back up top, Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn to Huff at the top. Back across Bumgardner. Bumgardner looking to drive, has to get it back to Brady Huff. Huff cross court to Bumgardner. Bumgardner nowhere to go, gets it back to Huff at the top. Huff cut off, has to get it back to Bumgardner. Guarded quickly. Gets it back up top, Aquama. Aquama around to Baker. Nothing moving towards the basket for the Raiders right now as we see Sullivan, Peyton Kuhn, now ball tipped into the air. New Richmond on the break. 3, no. Rebound comes down to Aquama. Aquama gets it ahead to Bumgardner. Bumgardner to Baker, layup good. Baker breaks the run and gets his first points of the game, and New Richmond quickly to the front court. Taken away Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn down the lane, blocked out of bounds, and that will stay here. Good block there, Joey Kidder, as we will see Sullivan, Rudolph, and Way check back in. Baker, Kuhn, and Brady Huff checking out for the Raiders. Guama will inbound from underneath off the block. Guama looking, gets it into the corner to Bumgardner. Bumgardner closed out, gets it up top, Doug Way. Way. Oh, tipped on the steal. Ahead, New Richmond. Up, yes. Oh. As now, we'll see that was 23, I believe. Kidder, 2 more. We'll correct that. Sorry about some of the New Richmond names. First time seeing him in some of the... Still learning a little bit here, but Medford comes back to the front court, Aquama. Aquama back up top to Sullivan. Sullivan back to Aquama. Aquama looking. Picks up, doesn't dribble at all, gets it to Rudolph. Rudolph down the lane, gets to Way. Doug Way had trouble handling, has to kick it back out. Rudolph gets all the way back out. Sullivan back to Bumgardner. Bumgardner around. Now taken away. Taken away, Kidder. Kidder down the lane, layup up, yes. 2 more for Kidder. 23-15, and New Richmond is starting to pull away. Now we're going to get a foul, and I believe that's going to be underneath on New Richmond. We'll see what the call is. Goes against Kopi Eckhart, his first, team fourth. 7:56 remaining, and it is an 8-point lead as Peyton Kuhn checks back in. Onyekwama will get a rest. Down low, Sullivan up, yes. Sullivan gets 2 more, pulls Medford a little closer within 6. And now New Richmond, front court. See if Medford can get a stop here. They need one. Up top, that is Parent. Now down low, shot up, yes, Kidder. And Kidder has 8. Medford quickly to the front court. Sullivan gets it around to Rudolph, around to Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn gets it back up top, Bumgarner. Bumgarner closed out quickly, gets it to Doug Way. Way back now to Sullivan. Sullivan snaps off a 3. Back rim, no. Rebound comes down to Earl. And now New Richmond a little more methodical to get the ball to the front court. This is Kidder holding at the top. Kidder, pressure coming. Has to get rid of it. Gets it to Earl down the lane. Passes it off, up, yes, Owen Covey. And it's a 10-point New Richmond lead. Sullivan gets it over to Peyton Kuhn, around to Doug Way. Way has to take a dribble, now gets it out Sullivan. Sullivan down the lane, hands it off. Peyton Kuhn, jumper up, yes. Peyton Kuhn with 2 more from Medford, trying to claw their way back into this one as New Richmond brings the ball to the front court through the Tiger. This is Parent. Parent has to get it off to Kidder. Kidder, guarded by Justin Sullivan. Kidder, cross court to Eckhart. Eckhart almost loses it, now gets down the baseline. Tipped, taking a ball on the floor, and now we're going to get a foul. See who that's against. Still waiting to see who the foul is against. Hard to see from our angle. Unless they called that a travel. Looks like it's against New Richmond, but I don't know who. Ball comes all the way out to the top. That is Eckhart. Eckhart. Now 3, no. Rebound, fought for, taken by Sullivan. Sullivan will be fouled. That one we know for sure will go against Tim Salmon. Tim Salmon will commit the foul. So first personal, 5th. So that must have been a travel. There must have been a travel there on that little scrum on Medford, because that was the 5th personal now on the Tigers as they get the ball to Peyton Kuhn for Medford. Kuhn dribbles it back out as we see Ty Baker and Brady Huff come back to the scorer's table. Around near side, now back up top. Peyton Kuhn snaps off a 3. Off the back of the rim, no. Rebound taken by Studeman, and now we're going to get a foul, and that's going to go against Doug Way. Doug Way will commit the foul, his first, team 4th. And now Doug Way and Logan Bumgarner will check out. Brady Huff and Mason Rudolph checking back in as we see Medford go to a full court press on the inbound, and now they kind of back. Nope, now they stay in it. Sullivan trying to hold up Parent, but Parent will get it to the front court. Parent down low, that is Studeman. That's Kidder. Kidder gets it all the way around to Parent. Parent snaps off a 3, no. Rebound comes down to Salmon, up, no. Rebound again, out of bounds. That will stay with New Richmond. So New Richmond will inbound from the near side as the ball comes in. Oh, right, almost into the hands of Ty Baker, but he was looking the wrong way, and the ball ends up at the top to Parent. Parent has to come all the way out to the logo, pressure coming. Gets it around to Salmon. Salmon now looking as the ball comes back around to Covey. Covey guarded tightly by, now gets the ball to Salmon. 23 Kidder with the basket. Sorry about that. Trying to keep track of all these names. 29-19, back to a 10-point lead. Huff near side to Sullivan, gets it back around Rudolph. Rudolph thought about a three for a second, gets it to Baker. Baker looking to drive down the lane, just throws one up, no. Rebound, and now, Mason, that was 3, no. Now we're going to get a foul off the beam, that is out of bounds, and a turnover. As Ty Baker will check out, and Stash McMurray. I don't know if we'll get a good shot of him from all the way up here, but I'll try and get you one, as he might have, for you New Richmond fans, as now New Richmond takes a full timeout. We'll talk about Mr. McMurray's facial hair when we come back.
I am Todd Schultz from Fairway Mortgage in Marshfield. Growing up and now living in Marshfield, I have always supported the local sports teams. Fairway Mortgage is doing the same and more. Fairway Mortgage is also supporting the veterans of this country. We formed an affiliate company called the American Warrior Initiative, or AWI. AWI has given away houses, seed money, vehicles, and service dogs to deserving veterans. Fairway has found that service dogs trained specifically for a veteran's needs is the best gift that any veteran can receive. Fairway is a home loan specialist. Call us today to get your home loan.
Welcome back. 29-19, New Richmond with the lead, and they take the full timeout. As we were talking before, John McMurray, number 24 for Medford, we talked to him earlier in the year about his mustache. He has a full oiled, twisted handlebar mustache right now. It is a sight to behold. If you go back and look in our on our Facebook page, Sports on Focus, you will see see our interview with him, and you get a good shot of it. But he's also a very good defensive player. But my vote for the best facial hair in all of at least the teams I've seen, as we see now Brady Huff near side, takes a dribble, hands it off to McMurray. McMurray picks it up, has to get it to Peyton Kuhn in the corner. Kuhn brings it back towards the top, gets it to Huff between the circles, across to Sullivan. Sullivan back up to Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn near side McMurray. McMurray trying to get a pass out, gets it to Brady Huff in the corner. Huff dribbling it back towards the top, has to pick it up. Gets it back to McMurray, driving baseline, shot up, rolls in. John McMurray with his first points of the game. Gets Medford back within 8, as now the ball goes out of bounds, turnover to the Raiders. Medford's going to need to get some stops here if they are going to have any chance of getting back in this game, and it's been a difficult thing for them the last half of this half, as we got 3:22 remaining, as Huff gets the ball at the top, near side McMurray. McMurray looking. Murray back up top to Sullivan, back around Peyton Kuhn. Peyton Kuhn now will back it out, now looks to drive, spins, cut off, kind of gets one up, doesn't quite fall, back up, yes. I believe Mason Rudolph will get credit for that one. Not sure who actually tipped that one in, as that ball just kind of tipped back up, is now down underneath, no. Rebound comes down to Rudolph. That was Studeman on the shot attempt, as now Sullivan. Sullivan looks to drive, guarded by Studeman. And now we're going to get an offensive foul on Medford. It might have been a moving screen. That one's going to go against Rudolph. That will be his first, team 5th. And just like that, it's another turnover. One thing I will say for Medford, to give them credit, I don't know how much of it is the Medford defense, but ever since that Medford timeout, we have not seen much from C.J. Campbell. As the ball's at top, Eckhart. Eckhart here near side to Parent. Parent up top to Salmon. Salmon gets it back here near side to Parent. Parent cross court to Eckhart. Eckhart tries to get it down low to Kidder. Kidder cut off, has to kick it all the way back out to Campbell. Campbell snaps off a 3, back rim, no. Rebound taken by Peyton Kuhn. Peyton Kuhn will bring the ball to the front court for the Raiders. Far side to McMurray. McMurray back up top and around to Rudolph. Rudolph at the top, Brady Huff. Huff gets it over to McMurray, far side. McMurray back around Peyton Kuhn. Thought about a long three there for a second. Now dribbles it out, gets it back to Sullivan. Sullivan in the lane, tips it back out to Kuhn, over to McMurray. McMurray looking, gets it into the corner. Sullivan. See if he can get something working towards the basket. Has to kick it out McMurray. McMurray driving baseline, kicks it out Huff. Huff around Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn snaps off a three. Hand in his face, no. Rebound comes down Eckhart. And New Richmond will bring it back to the front court quickly. Near side, that is Campbell. Back up to the top, that's Parent. Far side. Now brings it back across to Kidder. Looking to drive into the lane, gets cut off. Cross court, Campbell. Driving underneath, shot up, no. Campbell gets his own rebound, shot back up, yes. C.J. Campbell now with 17 as Medford comes back to the front court. Huff, far side. Huff holding, now hands to Peyton Kuhn, who brings it all the way back out near the half-court line. Kuhn working on Parent. Gets it up top to Huff, around to Sullivan. Back to Peyton Kuhn. Now too far out of the reach of John McMurray. Out of bounds, turnover to the Tigers. And now we'll see Logan Bumgardner check back in. John McMurray checking out. 31-23, 51.1 seconds remaining. Stick around at halftime. We'll go through the first half stats, take a peek in on the La Crosse Central Menominee game. Is down the lane, shot up, yes. Kidder with two more. And New Richmond back out to a 10-point lead. 32 seconds left. Looks as if Medford is just okay, settling for a shot. Last shot and getting to the locker room. 23 seconds left. Sullivan, as they look to clear it out and get an ISO play for Sullivan. 15 seconds. 12. Sullivan looks to go to work, and he's fouled. He is fouled with 8.6 as they had a foul to give. That foul will go against number 2, Cooper Eckhart, his second, team 6th. So stop Sullivan from getting down the lane, force them to do an inbound play, and they get it to Sullivan all the way in the backcourt with 7 seconds. Sullivan looks to get in, little shot from the free throw line, no, rebound comes down, chucks it at the basket, no! Oh, just a little to the right. Otherwise, that one was in. That one was lined up for a bank off the glass, but just a little to the right. And we head to the half. The Medford Raiders trailing the New Richmond Tigers 33-23. We will be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Corey Hoffman with Marshfield Insurance. I'm a commercial insurance agent here in the office. One of the greatest risks that property owners face here in the upper Midwest and this time of year is slip and fall claims. So legally, as property owners, we owe a duty to provide a safe environment to our visitors and our employees. You know, there's several different ways we can prevent or mitigate this exposure. Obviously, we want to be out there and removing the snow and then salting and sanding whenever necessary. In addition to that, you should keep a log of every time that is done, the date and time and what was done. This will help if you do get a lawsuit against you from an incident happening. You have a reasonable means of defending yourself that yes, we did salt and sand at a particular time. Another way that we can mitigate these types of losses would be you use a snow removal service or contractor. They're doing all that for you, but you should also document when and where, what they do. But also take it a step further and see if you can get your business, or if you're homeowners, named as an additional insured on their liability policy. That way, if there is an event, their policy will defend you. And a third way of trying to mitigate these claims would be if you have the means to have like surveillance cameras out on your lot or your sidewalks. Obviously, that's a good means of determining what actually happened there. Sometimes these are phantom incidents where somebody may claim that it happened on your property, but perhaps it really didn't. So if you have any further questions about how to prevent slip and fall incidents from occurring or how your insurance policy will cover them, please give us a call here at Marshfield Insurance. The number is 715-387-4443. And again, I'm Corey Hoffman. Have a great day.
Thank you to Marshfield Insurance and, of course, to Sternweiss & Sons of Marshfield, your source for concrete and block needs. They are also looking for drivers, so if you're looking for a new career, you can give Sternweiss & Sons a call, and they will hook you up. So taking a look here at the stats, starting with the New Richmond Tigers, they are led by C.J. Campbell, 17, including 2 3-pointers. Joey Kidder added 12. Jack Studeman with 2, and Owen Covey with 2. Flip the book around, take a look at the Medford Raiders. Peyton Kuhn, 10 points. Mason Rudolph with 5, including the basket that he'll get credit for, I believe. I'm going to verify that here once we're done and make sure I'm right on that. There was that weird tip where I'm not sure who actually tipped it, but Mason Rudolph was the closest, so I think he gets credit for it. Justin Sullivan added 4, Ty Baker 2, John McMurray 2. So I will give Medford credit. They went through a really rough stretch there, but they are still in this one. I mean, it's a 10-point game. If they can get the 3-point shooting going and see what Coach Brown has for adjustments in the second half. But the big thing you got to do is if you can shut down Campbell and Kidder, you might have an opportunity. But those two are getting their points, and definitely what you'd expect to see here. So I'm going to step away for a few minutes, grab a drink, get ready for the second half, and be back shortly. All right, back. Took a peek in while we were out in line. And whoever wins this game is going to lacrosse, barring a miraculous comeback as Lacrosse Central leads Menominee 49-9. So winner of this one heads to Lacrosse Central tomorrow night for a big, with a trophy on the line. Taking a peek at a few other games going on. Nilsville leading Marathon, Marathon leading Nilsville 32-30, and Edgar leading Spencer 34-16. So both of those halftime scores. But we are ready for second half basketball here from New Richmond. It will be Medford basketball to start the half. Might be hard to hear it up here, but very quiet horn here at New Richmond. Not going to lie, do appreciate it, because usually the horn is right above where we're sitting. So a nice quiet horn here on the floor is awesome. As we see Medford come out, same starting five. And Mason Rudolph to inbound to Justin Sullivan to start the half. And we are underway here from New Richmond, second half action. Way, far side. Doug Way gets it back up top to Peyton Kuhn, around to Sullivan. Sullivan looking, gets it to Doug Way between the circles. Way around to Rudolph. Rudolph looking to drive, gets in trouble. Little shot up, in, yes. Rudolph now has 7. Get the lead back down to 8. Exactly what you want to see on that end. Now can they get the stops? Now Doug Way, loses it. Now, nope. Timeout. New Richmond, 30-second timeout. Doug Way got the tip, and Coach Montreal calling the timeout. We will take it with them. 17:23 remaining, 33-25. New Richmond with the lead.
Bank, originally incorporated in Marshfield, has been around for 100 years, and in those 100 years has grown tremendously and continues to do so. With locations in Colby, Greenwood, Marshfield, Medford, Stanley, Thorpe, and Withee, they are always looking to be part of your family, business, farm, or nonprofit. For personal loans, business loans, life insurance, or homeowners insurance, stop by one of their 7 convenient locations and see how they can help you move forward.
New Richmond has to get the ball all the way into the backcourt to Kidder. Kidder brings it ahead, gets it over to Salmon. Salmon gets it to Kidder. Now Kidder slips, does keep his dribble, has to get it all the way up top to Campbell. Campbell back to Kidder in the corner. Kidder forced to bring it to the top. Now gets it around to Studeman. Studeman into the corner. Campbell snaps off a 3. Yes. C.J. Campbell with the 3. 36-25. New Richmond with the lead. Medford moving to our right. Up all the way out near the half-court line. This is Doug Way. Way. Near side to Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn looking. Now has to dribble it back out. Gets it around to Sullivan. Sullivan holding. Pressure coming, gets it over to Rudolph. Rudolph tries to get it to Aquama, cutting too far and out of bounds to the Tigers. Now we go from exactly the right thing Medford needed to do to the exact wrong thing, just getting a turnover. Now they look to get it in against the press, get it ahead. Now Kidder. Kidder gets cut off. Good job there by Sullivan getting back on defense. Into the corner, Kidder. Kidder gets it cross court to Perrin for 3. No. Rebound almost was Doug Wade, taken away by Salmon. Salmon shot up. No. Rebound fought for, kept out. This is Studeman for 3. Yes. Studeman for 3. He has 5. 39 25, New Richmond. Far side, Sullivan. Sullivan looking to drive. Sullivan looks to get around the corner, gets cut off by Studeman. Has to kick it out to Doug Way. Way brings it back towards the top, hands it to Akwama, far side. Akwama gets it to Peyton Kuhn between the circles. Kuhn looking, gets it over barely to Justin Sullivan. Sullivan gets it back to Rudolph, around to Akwama. Akwama back up top, Sullivan. Sullivan near side to Mason Rudolph for three. Back rim, no. Rebound comes down to Campbell, and Campbell pushes quickly to the front court. No, he didn't cross over to the front court. Looked like he did. They get the ball back. Down the lane, shot up. Yes, Kidder. Kidder with two more, 41-25. Akwama, near side to Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn holding. Peyton Kuhn dribbling back out top, now looking to drive. Peyton Kuhn cut off. Has to kick it into the corner, Rudolph. Rudolph snaps off a three. No. Rebound comes down to Parent. Parent to the front court. Parent down the lane. Kicks it into the corner. Studeman for three. No. All the way over the top, right into the hands of Justin Sullivan. And Sullivan to the front court quickly. Sullivan, two players waiting for him there at the top. They get it around as it looks almost like a matchup zone here as they get the ball back around to Akwama. Akwama holding, tried to get it down low to Rudolph. Wasn't there. Now around Peyton Kuhn. Peyton Kuhn gets it around to Akwama. Akwama near side to Rudolph. Rudolph through his defenders. Layup up. No. Tipped around into the hands of Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn takes a dribble. Three. Oh. Now we're going to get a foul, and that's going to go against Mason Rudolph. His second, team first. As we will see the standard complement of Bumgardner, Baker, and Huff checking in. No. Stand corrected. Bumgartner and Baker checking in. Huff will stay on the bench, with Doug Way and Onye Akwama will check out. Ball comes in to Campbell. Campbell gets it ahead to Kidder. Kidder in the lane, has to kick it out to Studeman. Studeman couldn't handle it right away. Now he gets down the lane. Through Campbell's hands, out of bounds, turn over to Medford. Now near side, that is into Sullivan, and the bit of press backs off, and Sullivan will bring it to the front court. Sullivan near side, back over to Sullivan. Sullivan snaps off a three. Yes! Justin Sullivan for three. He has 7 now, and Medford gets the lead down to 13. Tigers to the front court. Now taken away. Mason Rudolph. Rudolph down the lane. Behind the back. Oh! Oh, behind the back and past Justin Sullivan. And out of bounds turnover on the break. That was probably not the time to try something fancy like that as he went behind the back, but it's a turnover and New Richmond has the ball. Up top around to Studeman. Studeman down low, Kidder. Kidder shot up, yes. Joey Kidder with 2 more. He's now got 16. And the Raiders back to the front court. Cutting Baker. Baker down low, shot up, foul, count it. Ty Baker gets the basket and the foul. He'll go to the line for the free throw. Still a 13-point lead. Coach Brown shouting instructions from the bench as Brady Huff will check in for Mason Rudolph, and Mason Rudolph having a discussion with Coach Brown. I believe it's going to relate back to that behind the back pass. But Ty Baker with the free throw. A couple new Tigers on the floor as well. I see Covey. Baker's free throw, good. Baker hits the free throw and gets the lead down to 12. Kidder to the front court. Kidder across to Covey. Covey looking, gets it back to Earl. Earl gets it to Campbell, closed out quickly by Justin Sullivan. Campbell has to get it back over to Earl. Earl near side to Studeman. Studeman tries to get a screen. Now, looked like a push-off, but Covey for 3, yes. 5 points now for Covey, and they extend the lead back out to 15. Peyton Kuhn near side gets it back up top to Baker. Baker looking to drive the lane. There's going to be a foul before on the floor, so that'll send Baker to the line. Not to the line, excuse me. It'll be an inbound play. That foul goes against Owen Covey, his second, team second. Ball comes all the way to the top to Huff, around to Bumgardner. Bumgardner back to Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn gets around his guy, steps in the lane, shot up, no. Rebound fought for, comes down into the hands of Studeman. Taken away, Ty Baker. Baker stuck underneath, tries to get the shot up, no. Rebound comes down, and it's New Richmond again. And now New Richmond finally gets it to the front court. Into the corner, Covey. Covey in the lane, kicks it out. Gets Baker, now a three. Studeman, yes. Check. Studeman, another three. He's got 2 threes in the half. 49-31. Baker into the corner, Bumgardner for three, yes. And now we're going to get a full time out. Coach Brown off of the Mason Rudolph three. 49-34. We will be back right after this. Big thank you to Weiler's Convenience Stores and, of course, our sponsor of the game, Sternweiss & Sons Concrete, as we see Medford up 49-34. We're 11:41 remaining, coming off of the the Medford full timeout. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. New Richmond to inbound from underneath as they get the ball in to Kidder. Kidder pressing to the front court, gets it to Studeman. Studeman into the corner, Campbell. Campbell, floater up, no. Baker the rebound, saves it as he was heading out of bounds, gets it to Peyton Kuhn, and Kuhn comes to the front court. Peyton Kuhn gets it to Baker far side. Baker looking, dribbles it back towards the top, gets it over Peyton Kuhn. Peyton Kuhn looking to drive, gets cut off, now reverses, shot up, yes. Peyton Kuhn gets the basket to fall. 36-49, Medford trailing. Plenty of time left in this one. Got to get some stops here, though, as the ball comes to Covey. We're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow points to New Richmond. As number 2, Cooper Eckhart, checks in for New Richmond. Number 4, Studeman will get a rest. Jack Studeman, 2 big threes here in the second half. He's got 8 as the ball comes back out top to Kidder. Kidder looking, gets it over to Covey. Covey snaps off a 3, back rim no, rebound ends up in the hands of Logan Bumgardner. Bumgardner quickly ahead, Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn up, yes. 2 more for Peyton Kuhn, cut the lead to 11. New Richmond to the front court with Covey, gets it to Campbell. Campbell looking, now Campbell looking to drive, spin, shot up, all the way over, no, rebound comes down to Bumgardner, ahead Sullivan in the corner. Peyton Kuhn thought about a 3, closed out quickly. Kuhn gets it back around up top, and Bumgardner. Bumgardner across to Ty Baker. Baker back up top to Peyton. Down Sullivan for 3, front rim no, rebound fought for, taken by Kidder. And Joey Kidder will get the ball to the front court, near side to Owen Covey. Covey back up top to Cooper Earl. Earl into the hands of C.J. Campbell. Now it's going to be out of bounds as Ty Baker almost takes out the photographer in the doorway there. Baker tried to save it, foot was on the line. Let's check here. Who checked out? I think Doug Way checked back in. Brady Huff out. Into the corner, Earl. Earl doesn't take the 3, gets it up top to Kidder, and Kidder will back it out against Doug Way. Telling everyone to clear out, gets across court, snaps off a 3, no, rebound comes down, that was Eckhart. Now to the front court come the Raiders with Peyton Kuhn, gets it up top, Ty Baker around Sullivan. Sullivan back up top, Peyton Kuhn gets it to Bumgardner. Bumgardner gets it back up top to Ty Baker. Baker to Doug Way between the circles, far side. Now they try and get it down low, Sullivan. Sullivan closed out, looking to get it out to Baker. Baker will dribble it back towards the top. Now tries to hit a cutting Bumgardner, and now they will get it ahead to Kidder. Kidder up, yes. 2 more for Kidder. He now has 18 as the ball comes quickly down. Missed by Medford, and has picked up his dribble and gets it over to, that is Parent. We'll bring it to the front court. As you see, New Richmond maybe starting to slow it down a little bit as they get it to Campbell. Campbell holds at the top, almost taken away Peyton Kuhn, but it gets to Kidder. Kidder kicks it out into the corner. Now Eckhart down the lane, kicks it out Campbell. Campbell for 3, back rim, no. Rebound taken by Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn to the front court. Now he'll snap off a 3, yes! Peyton Kuhn for 3. And the lead is 10. Clawing into this, back into this a bit are the Raiders. See the ball get into the corner, Campbell. Campbell, baseline, shot up, foul, count it. C.J. Campbell gets the call, the basket, and the foul. That foul will go against Peyton Kuhn, his first, team second. Ekwama checking back in as Justin Sullivan will get a quick rest. C.J. Campbell at the line for 1 free throw. He already has 22. Make it 23. And back to a 13-point New Richmond lead. Medford's been able to get it back to about 10 a few times here, but never quite seemed to be able to get it past that. Dugway holding at the top, gets it around to Bumgardner. Bumgardner back up top. 3, Peyton Kuhn, yes! His second 3 in a row, and it is back to a 10-point game. Kidder working on Peyton Kuhn, gets it far side to Eckhart. Eckhart brings it back around, almost taken away, gets it down, now back to Eckhart. Eckhart cut off, let's get all the way back out Campbell. Campbell snaps off a long 3, back rim, no. Rebound Kidder, gets it over to Eckhart. Eckhart gets it back to Kidder and out to Covey, who snaps off a 3 in, bounces around, no. Rebound taken away, that's Bumgardner. Bumgardner takes the rebound away and gets it to Ekwama, who will bring it to the front court. Good stop there, Medford. Just any stop at this point is good for Medford as they get the ball to McMurray. McMurray around to Doug Way. Now we're going to hold underneath, and that will go against 2, Cooper Eckhart, his third team foul. As I switch. So Studeman checks back in as C.J. Campbell will get a rest. John McMurray out and Sullivan back in for the Raiders as the ball comes back up top to Rudolph. Rudolph gets to Peyton Kuhn, snaps off another 3, yes! 3 possessions for the Raiders, 3 3-pointers, and they have cut the lead back down to 7 as Covey holds near side. Covey brings it back out to the top, gets it over to Salmon. Salmon, cross court to Studeman. Studeman for 3, no. Rebound collected in the corner by Peyton Kuhn. Peyton Kuhn back to the front court. Peyton Kuhn down the lane, loses it, taken away. And now it's Studeman breaking to the front court to Kidder. Kidder up, foul. Kidder will go to the line for 2. I believe that's going to go against 15, Logan Bumgardner, his second personal third team foul. So Kidder will get 2 free throws. 7-point lead as Medford has clawed their way back into this one. First free throw, good. Second free throw here, coming here shortly for the second free throw, also good. Now as Ekwama brings it to the front court, gets it over and around to Bumgardner. Bumgardner back around to Peyton Kuhn. Back up top, Bumgardner for three, in and out. Oh, rebound comes down Salmon. We're going to foul, and that's going to go against Dugway. Got his arm in there, and that was a reach. That will be his second, team fourth. Not a lot of fouls called here. 6:16 remaining. 56-47, 9-point lead New Richmond. Still a lot of time left for Medford. As Eckhart will bring the ball across the line, gets to work, hands it off to Covey. Covey back to the top, gets it over far side to someone. Can't read the number here. That's 23, that's Kidder. Kidder down the lane, layup up, yes. Joey Kidder, two more, and it's an 11-point, back out to an 11-point lead. Ekwama front court. Gets it to Rudolph. Rudolph tipped, ball on the floor. That's going to be a travel, and it will be Medford basketball. Now we'll see 21 Parent check back in. Eckhart will check out. Brady Huff. No. They will go Rudolph, Sullivan, Ekwama, Peyton Kuhn, and Logan Bumgardner will be the five on the floor for Medford here. Sullivan gets it over to Ekwama. Ekwama back up top, Mason Rudolph. Rudolph gets past his man down the lane. Foul, and Mason Rudolph will go to the line for two. Foul is against, I believe that's going to go against 21 Parent. Second personal, fourth team foul. So Mason Rudolph. First free throw, Rudolph good. Back to a 10-point game. Number 11, Cooper Earl will check in as Salmon will check out for New Richmond. Second free throw, Mason Rudolph up, yes. Rudolph gets it back to 9. Full bit of press here as Sullivan comes up now to guard Parent. Parent gets the ball ahead to Covey. Covey cut off as he tried to get into the lane. Gets it far side to Studeman. Back up top to Kidder. Kidder back to Studeman. Studeman driving baseline. Gives it off to Earl. Earl underneath, shot up. No. Sullivan the rebound. And Sullivan will push quickly to the front court. Sullivan back to Ekwama. Ekwama around to Peyton Kuhn. Down low. No, down low to Peyton Kuhn from Mason Rudolph, and Kuhn has to dribble it out, gets it to Ekwama. Up top, Bumgardner for three, in and out, no. Rebound, almost stepped on the line, was Salmon. Gets the ball ahead to Studeman. Studeman down the baseline, offensive foul, Studeman. Mason, or no, I believe that was Bumgardner, got himself set, and Studeman just right into him. About as easy of a call as you can get. Second personal, fifth foul on, so second personal for Studeman, fifth foul for the Tigers. And Medford draws the turnover and can cut into the lead a bit here as Sullivan gets it up top, Ekwama. Ekwama back to Sullivan. Sullivan snaps off a three, no. Rebound taken by Mason Rudolph, but trying to save it, throws it right into the hands of CJ Campbell, who has to give it off to Earl, who drops it back to Kidder, who brings it across the timeline. Kidder guarded by Peyton Kuhn. 4:18 remaining. Need stops here. Kidder snaps off a three. Back rim, no. Rebound tip back out to Kidder. Into the corner, Studeman. Studeman tries to get it down low. Tipped away by Mason Rudolph into the hands of Onyeka Ekwama. Quickly to the front court. Sullivan. Sullivan kicks it out to Rudolph. Rudolph underneath. Gets it to Bumgardner. Foul. Basket won't go, but Bumgardner will go to the line for two free throws. 4 minutes exactly remaining, and they can cut the lead back down to 7. Logan Bumgardner, two free throws. First free throw in. The freshman Bumgardner hits the first, 58-50. Second free throw coming, Logan Bumgardner. That one is up, also good. And we are back to a 7-point lead. Medford looking to full court press here as they get the ball around and back to Parent. Parent across the line. Parent Far side Studeman into the corner. That is Kidder across to Parent. Parent back up top Campbell. Campbell closed out quickly. Gets it over to Kidder. Kidder gets a screen, looking to drive baseline. Foul, and that is going to be on the floor. That one's going to go against Onye Ekwama, his second, team fifth. So with 3:40 remaining, Coach Brown shouting as Campbell gets the ball in from his spot on the far side away from the action right now. As now the ball comes back out, gets all the way back to the top for Campbell. Campbell looking to drive, has to kick it out Kidder. Kidder back around to Earl, gets it back to Kidder. Joey Kidder working far side, guarded by Logan Bumgarner. Gets it across Campbell. Closed out quickly, now gets it near side to Jacob Parent. Parent tries to get it down low, double team coming. Now back cut, up, yes, Studeman. 60-51 is Justin Sullivan. A little bit of trouble with the inbound pass, does collect it, gets it back to Rudolph around to Ekwama. Ekwama looking, hands, gets it to Bumgarner. Bumgarner for three, no. Rebound comes down Studeman. Taken away Ekwama. Ekwama now fouled, and that will be a 1-and-1. I'll send Ekwama to the line for the 1-and-1. Good job there, Onye Ekwama, to just draw that foul. First, get the ball away as Studeman commits his third, seventh team foul. As Ecker checks in, number 11, Earl checks out, but Onye Ekwama at the line for the 1-and-1. First free throw, good. Onye Ekwama earns the bonus. 8-point game. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. Possession arrow does point to Medford. Second free throw, Ekwama also good. Ekwama now with 2 points. And imagine that, we are back to a 7-point lead. New Richmond has, every time Medford's gotten to 7, New Richmond's made a play. Let's see what they got here as Kidder. Far side, Jacob Parent. Parent back up to the top. Picks up his dribble, has to get it, almost tipped. Oh, Kidder was able to collect it. Good job there with the tip. Kidder has to give it off Campbell. Campbell behind the back, gets it back to Kidder. 2:19 remaining. New Richmond almost looks like they're okay just dribbling this one out. Gets it back up top, Kidder. Kidder gets it around to Studeman. Studeman guarded by Ekwama. Studeman looking, spins, almost lost his dribble. Now gets it down to Campbell. Now Campbell goes to work, kicks it back out. Studeman, and they are more than willing to just dribble this out as we cross 2 minutes remaining. As Studeman gets a shoulder into Ekwama, no call. Cross court, back up top and around to Joey Kidder. Gets it down, now shot, now tipped, ball taken away. That will be oh, no. Ty Baker on the floor trying to get the save. Didn't need to as Peyton Kuhn was there and he touched the ball while out of bounds. And it will be an inbound play to the Tigers. They get the ball to Kidder. Oh, gets his man in the air, up, yes. Joey Kidder 2 more. And Medford will push quickly to the front court. Need points now. Round Sullivan. Sullivan with 1:30 left. Sullivan driving the lane. Fouled, and Sullivan will go to the line for 2. Sullivan only 7 points. That foul goes against 23 Joey Kidder, his first, team 8th. Those are shooting fouls, so Sullivan will get 2 free throws. First free throw up, good. Sullivan hits the first. 62-54. Coach Brown coaching to the end. I mean, still definitely within range. They're going to need some luck here for the Raiders. Definitely going to need a little bit of luck if you're the Raiders, but second free throw coming here for Justin Sullivan to get this back down to a 7-point shot. Bounces around, no. Rebound taken by Kidder. Now we're going to get a foul, and that's going to go against Mason Rudolph, I believe. Yes, Rudolph will commit the foul. So that is his third, team 6. So one more foul coming here right as quickly as possible, 1:23. See if New Richmond runs anything towards the basket. As they look and they get the ball in to 14. Now looking to foul. Now we get the foul. No! We get a full timeout, New Richmond. We will take it with them. 1:20 remaining, 62-54. New Richmond with the lead.
Hey, sports fans, if you're looking for the best chair in the house, come down to R&R Flooring and Furniture in Spencer. We carry Franklin furniture, Lang furniture, Serta recliners, Simmons recliners, electric chairs, chairs that have phone chargers in. That is the best chair in the house. Come down and see us. We also have these sports tables and anything you want. Brewers, Bucks, Badgers, come on in. Thank you.
If your path to achieving your hopes and dreams is less than clear, Meyer & Associates provides the direction and guidance that helps put things into focus. We provide financial advice and customized solutions that help take the uncertainty out of your dreams for today and the future.
We can work together to make an honest assessment, understand your options, commit to a plan, live life brilliantly. Our team is here to help.
Back here from New Richmond, minute 20 left as New Richmond breaks the press down. C.J. Cooper up, Campbell up, yes. Quiet second half for Campbell as Medford gets into the front court, but he had a big first half as now Peyton Kuhn gets down, draws the foul. 10-point game. Peyton Kuhn gets the foul, so he will go to the free throw line for the first time in this half. Peyton Kuhn with 23. First free throw, make it 24. With 1:05 remaining. Medford's season, barring a miraculous comeback, most likely comes to an end here in New Richmond in a regional semifinal. Great season for the Red Raiders. Second free throw good for Peyton Kuhn. This ball comes in, full court press. Now, no, they're going to call it a kick violation, so that will stay here. Be another inbound play with 1:03 remaining. So now looking to inbound again as they get the ball into Campbell. Campbell quickly ahead to, no, now we get a foul, and that will send Kidder to the line for 2 free throws. Kidder a perfect 4 for 4 in this half. Foul goes against Onyekwama, his third, team 7th. Oh, no, yeah, it's Akwama's third. Making sure the PA guy said second, but no, it's his scoreboard says third, and I say third, so we'll 2 out of 3 win there. But this is Joey Kidder for the free throws. First one, front rim, no! Almost an over to the back call there on Campbell. But Mason Rudolph does secure the rebound. Akwama to the front court. Need to move quickly here. Bumgarner gets it to Rudolph. Snaps off a 3. Back rim, no. Rebound taken out of bounds, and that's going to be New Richmond basketball. With 43 seconds left. 2 8-point lead. So Medford needs a bit of a miracle here as they get the ball into Kidder. Kidder back and now ahead to Parent. Parent dribbles it out. Back up top. Around back to Kidder. And now we're going to get a timeout. Is it timeout New Richmond or a foul? That one will go against Justin Sullivan, his second, team 8th. That will send Owen Covey to the line for the 1-and-1. First free throw up, in and out. Exactly what you want to have happen there if you're Medford. Sullivan to the front court. Sullivan gets down the lane, shot up, no. Rebound Kidder. Kidder's fouled with 23.6 left, and New Richmond will move on. We'll just make sure there wasn't something miraculous down in Lacrosse. Looks as if the New Richmond Tigers will head to 2-seed Lacrosse Central, as Kidder will head to the line for another 1-1. First free throw from Kidder is good. He earns the bonus. Second free throw. Here, Kidder up and good. We will talk to Coach Brown post-game, talk about the season as the ball is tipped out of bounds. Remains Medford basketball. Rudolph to inbounds it to Sullivan. Sullivan to the front court. 3. Peyton Kuhn, side of the rim, no. Rebound comes down to Ikwama. Ikwama able to get it cross court. Rudolph. Rudolph gets it back up top. Sullivan. Sullivan gets his guy in the air. 3. No. Rebound comes down to Ikwama. Ikwama back up. No. Rebound taken by Kidder. And that will do it. Medford falls in a regional semifinal to the New Richmond Tigers, 66-56. New Richmond will play most likely play the Lacrosse Central team tomorrow night in Lacrosse. They were up 49-9 at half. As I said, we will attempt to talk to Coach Brown. We'll talk to Coach Brown post-game, kind of recap the season, talk about a very successful season for the Medford Raiders in a tough section. So, and good luck to New Richmond as they will head to the regional final down in Lacrosse. So, as we said, we will talk to Coach Brown in a couple minutes here, so stick around. As we wait for Coach Brown, quick run through on the statistics. Looking first at New Richmond, they were led actually by Joey Kidder with 28. CJ Campbell added 25. Jack Studeman added 10. Owen Covey with 5. Looking at Medford, they were led by Peyton Kuhn, 25, including 3 straight threes there in that second half to really cut into that lead. Mason Rudolph added 12. Justin Sullivan with 8. Ty Baker had 5. And then John McMurray and Onye Kwama both with 2. A lot of tears from the Medford people. We will attempt to talk to Coach Brown here in a little bit. No rush here as we will wait for the team to kind of work through everything. It's a tough time when you lose in a game like this, but we will talk to Coach Brown at some point, so please stick around. Still waiting for Coach Brown. He's taking pictures of the family and stuff, so we'll grab him as soon as we can, talk about the season. Thanks everyone for sticking around. We will talk to him as soon as we get a chance. Okay, we're joined by Coach Brown. Coach, tough end of the season, obviously losing the semifinal, but I'm going to focus, for the game at least, on that big run you guys had there midway through the second half. You cut that lead down to 7. Peyton Kuhn specifically, 3 possessions in a row with a big 3. Kind of talk about the team fighting back there when they could have just packed up when they were down, I believe, 17 at one point.
Well, we always talk about being relentless, never giving up, and that's who these kids are. They work hard every single day. They believe in each other, and they just believe in that we are going to be relentless. And we always say from tip to finish, we are going to play as hard as we can from tip to finish. And I don't think they ever stopped believing. I really, truly think they believe that we were going to come back. And we got close, but we played a really good team who did a good job of every time we kind of cut it to that 7-8 points, did a good job of executing and finding a way to get a basket just to kind of hold us off from that big run.
So kind of looking at the season as a whole, conference title, you had a couple games into the playoffs, kind of where you wanted to be there at the end, or?
Yeah, our goal at the start of the year was they started with our conference, and I thought we did a great job, going 12-0 in our conference and taking care of business there. It's not often you get to a second round game in the playoffs and you have 2 conference champions playing. Them being 18-3 and us being 19-4. I mean, that just doesn't happen that often. So we knew it was going to be a tough game. But we've worked hard all year to get to this point in this moment, and tonight they just made, they were able to capitalize on some of our errors and played a little better game. But it'd be fun to play them again and see what we can do, because I know these guys would come out fighting again, and I feel like we'd have a great chance to win.
Okay, looking back now, we can talk about the seniors. Kind of go through your seniors and what each of them brought to the team this year.
Well, we had 8 seniors this year, and I just love them. We've been through the ups and downs. I had a lot of them as sophomores, and then as juniors and seniors. And they got to that point this year where I had to do less coaching of them and more just encouraging them, because they understood my expectations. They understood where they needed to be defensively, what we needed to do offensively, how we moved the ball. And, they just became an extension of me on the floor with all the other players they played with. So, starting with Austin Schultz, he was a manager as a freshman when we were on the sectional team, and he's just been a great part of our team ever since the last 3 years playing. This year getting some opportunities to come in late in the game and be kind of a fan favorite. Cooper Wild, who's played all through school ball, booster ball, and just worked hard, been a great teammate. Pretty good basketball player too. It just happens to be we have a deep team, and so he didn't get as many opportunities, but he embraced his role. Same with Dylan Wickersheim. You know, those guys really embrace their roles to come to practice every day, try to get the rest of our team better, and just enjoy being there as a team and cheering on everybody. And then, you know, you go John McMurray with the best mustache in the state. Just a great locker room player. He goes hard in every single drill. He encourages teammates. Great leadership. You know, and then you go to, you know, Doug Way, who's just been the focal part, kind of the center point of our defense. You know, he's constantly talking, gives us some physicality. Just a great leader on and off the floor. He cheers on his teammates, but he goes out there and he does all the little things. And then, you know, you have Mason Rudolph, who's just really came along. He had to deal with an injury early in the year when he was out for the first 7-8 games. He came back strong. I thought he played a good game tonight, shooting the ball, attacking the basket, gives good defensive energy. You know, Justin Sullivan is just, I can't say enough about him and what he's done. You know, as a sophomore, he probably thought I was on him at all times. And he's just turned into such a player where, again, he's one of those players I barely got to talk to. You know, he is in position. He gives his all. He's on the floor for a loose ball. He runs good. You know, he just does everything we ask of him. He's an enforcer on the defensive end, and he plays like he's about 6'2" instead of 5'8". I think Oni Ekwema, another guy. You know, you're talking about a guy that has worked so hard, has played his role so hard. He defends great. He's our zone breaker in the middle of zones. He passes the ball really well. Who am I missing? I think I'm missing one. I don't want to miss one. Because Oni, Justin, Cooper, Mason, Dylan, Doug, John. Is that all of them?
I believe so.
But they've just, if I did miss one of you guys, I'm sorry. But these kids, they are the epitome of what we want and being relentless. They continue our tradition we've tried to start, and I just can't be more proud of them and what they've done for our program.
All right, sounds good. Congrats on a great season. And
first off, before we end this, I want to say thank you to you. My wife's at home. Hello, my wife. Hello, Kristen. I love you. She is home every night with our 3 kids. I want to thank her so much for all she's done all season long, having to deal with me being gone a lot. But if it wasn't for you, she wouldn't have seen a game all year.
Thank you.
So thank you. You've been a blessing to us. And she heard, I think it was 2 games ago, you were at her game, and you had to call a timeout because you dropped your pencil under the bleachers, and you said you only use the best pencils. So she got you a gift and a card, and I hope they're the world's greatest pencils. No hint to what it is, but we're just really thankful for you and giving some of our family and friends the opportunity to watch us play. So thank you for that.
Oh, absolutely, and thank you for letting us come to the games. It's been so much fun watching your team. I'm already excited for Raider basketball next season.
We can't wait to have it.
So, absolutely. So, Coach Brown, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll be back with Medford Sports in a couple weeks, hopefully, assuming the weather holds up, with some baseball, softball, track, soccer, all that coming up yet. So, thank you, everyone, very much, and we will see you tomorrow night.